So what's really good, Gas Gang? My name's Jamie, welcome back to Officially Gas. Now today and finally we are back down at Devil Developments and we have the Fiesta behind me, and guys, yes, the modifications begin today. Guys, this should be sick, so stay tuned and let's get it. So yes guys, as the intro said, today and finally we're beginning the mods on the Fiesta. Now, a lot of you guys in the comments of some of my videos have been asking what's going on with the Fiesta, but I do still work full time, trying to find time in between features, my BMW M3, and then trying to work on this. It's just, yeah, it's a bit of a battle. As I say, we're down at Devil Developments today and we have the car. So as far as mods are concerned, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be fitting some coilovers to the car. We've got some Bilstein coilovers, so I'm looking forward to that. They're actually secondhand. I'm kind of trying to buy savvy with this car. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to cut corners where corners shouldn't be cut, but you know, as far as suspension is concerned, I saw a set come up quite cheap, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. So I copped them. So they are going to be going on today, which I'm real excited about. Should have the car sitting quite well. Also, I think we're going to investigate this lean to the left. I'm thinking it might be suspension related anyway, so this coil, like kind of replacing the coilovers might cure that, or we might be able to see exactly what's wrong with it when we remove the suspension and just kind of rectify that if possible. Along with that, we are gonna go stage 1 on this car today, guys. So we're gonna aim for more power. I'm quite excited to see actually what kind of power it gets, because I don't have a clue what kind of power these actually make of a stage 1. So that'll be interesting. And also on top of that, there's loads going on today. We've got the gearbox going in the car, because obviously the gearbox on the car already is knackered, and I've said that in previous videos. It crunches going into gears like hell. It's been a battle, even driving it up here. It's been nuts. But we've got a gearbox again, second hand, but it's all good. It's going in there. And on top of that, we've got an uprated clutch. So yeah, I'll speak more about that when we get inside. I'm not going to waffle too much, because as you can see, it's a lovely day in England as usual. We've got liquid sun coming down left, right and centre. Without further ado, guys, let's get in there and make it happen. Let's get it.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's
guys, now we've got the car in, I thought I'd show you my Bilstein coilovers. Now, I bought these, as I said, second hand, and I got them for a real good price. I'm not going to lie. These are Bilstein B14s. I say second hand, but they actually look a little bit more like third or fourth hand. They're not leaking or anything like that. And yeah, I mean, they're adjustable, so you know, we'll be able to kind of get the vehicle to a good height. I don't want it too low because it needs to be drivable, but I just want it kind of, you know, feeling a little bit better and a little bit more kind of, I don't know, lowering the sense of gravity and making it a little bit more adjustable on the corners or whatever. As you see, also we've got our gearbox, again, second hand. Apparently this came off like a 17,000 mile Ford Fiesta ST 180. I got this for a pretty good bargain too. What I think I will do at one point, perhaps not today, I might let the car get to a further state of tune and kind of get some more modifications done, and then I might like do a breakdown of how much I've paid for everything, or how much this kind of journey's cost me to get the car where I've got it to. Obviously this car was a category N, which means non-structural damage, so it has been crash repaired. That's why I'm not going to be throwing like the best parts out or anything like that. I just want a fast little fun track toy basically, or a fast road kind of little I don't know, something that's going to upset people. So the gearbox is going in right about now. We're going to do that first before the suspension. Also in here is a ST200 clutch. I did say we were going to be upgrading the clutches. Perhaps not uprated clutch, but it's a little bit of an upgrade that Fiesta owners do. I believe it's got more surface area than the stock one. Obviously we're going to be in there replacing the gearbox. It just makes sense to replace the clutch at the same time, so we've went for a slightly bigger surface area ST200 clutch. So hopefully that'll be cool. I think the ST180 is good for, like, I don't know, like 350 plus brake horsepower, but you know, there's not a lot of difference in price with them, so that's what we're doing today.
Hey, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Hater plotting my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information. I'm a superstar, so I gotta shine. Top dollar be the bottom line. Bottom feeding niggas out of line. Turn your heart rate to a dotted line. Yeah, my zodiac probably $sign. Got the energy to win it, my nigga, I'm feeling great. Got a date with destiny, focusing on my fate.
Ben has actually whipped the gearbox out like a good one, no messing around, and also the clutch at the same time. This clutch wasn't in the best of health. Now we've exaggerated this a little bit, but it was cracked. I don't know if it's focusing on that properly, but look at that, it actually split. As far as being down to the rivets, it's getting there. There weren't a lot of meat left on that, so yeah, that's not good. And next to it, we've got the new clutch plate, the ST200 clutch plate. Now, at the beginning, I did say that I thought the ST200 clutch plate come with more surface area than the actual ST180 one, but looking at them, I think they're about the same, if I'm honest. So I don't even know the differences really between them, but people say that's the better one, and that's what's going in today. Also, we've got a new release bearing because the clutch kit did not come with release bearing. So yeah, the old gearbox here, when Ben drained the oil out of it, it was pretty much just liquid metal coming out of there. So yeah, we're just gonna get this all back together and hope for the best. Every time I come down to Devil Development, there is just something wacky, bonkers or crazy, and this time it has not disappointed. So what we've got here is a Nova, a 5-door family Nova, but it's got a bit of a secret, hasn't it, Ben? Look, it's like bone stock on the inside. There's been no changes to it. But Ben, do you want to tell them exactly what's been done to this?
It's got an Amiga 3.2 V6 in this one.
Amiga 3.2 V6.
Right.
What kind of power do you think it's running?
250, 260.
250. Guys, are you seeing this? Let me just step back and put this into perspective. What the hell? 5-door Nova. 1.2. Oh, Ben, that is too much jokes, man. How's it feel? Let's take a look at this. So we've got a Ford Focus RS Mark II, Civexed up, as you can see. Guys, this is running 800 brake horsepower. Look at this, guys, man. I always find with the engines, when you look at these, there's not a lot to see. It looks pretty cool, but everything's a bit hidden, isn't it?
Yeah.
Except from the big old screamer popping out.
Everything you can't see is the same as this.
Oh, wow.
One of our manifolds,
Look at that.
and then we make all these stuff.
Oh, so that's custom made?
We make everything in-house, yeah.
Oh, wow. You seeing this, guys?
We don't
Look
make
at
the
that,
manifolds, but
You make the rest.
all the rest.
So that RS out there is running this setup, basically?
But that's up, except for we're not going back in. It's got out the bonnet screamer.
Yeah. Oh, that looks sick.
600s, 800s.
Jesus. Oh man, these guys are crazy. So yeah, guys, as I say, like, look, crazy Nova, 800 brake horsepower RS. This thing looks mad, and believe me, I can vouch for a high-powered RS. These cars are crazy. I think this one's actually sitting on stock suspension too. So yeah, a bit of a weird one, but yeah, 800 brake with a screamer, CAE shifter. Can't complain, man. Right guys, so the gearbox is now fitted. Ben has, just done an amazing job as usual, in and out, no time, and now we're just fitting the new gearbox oil. And then what we're going to be doing is also, we're going to be doing an oil and filter change on it too, because it just makes sense. And yeah, then we're going to be getting on to fitting the suspension. After the suspension, it's going to be on the rollers for the mapping. So yeah, it's all go here, and yeah, a lot in one day, but we've got to bang it out. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the results. Right guys, so the suspension is now fitted. We've kind of raised it and lowered it a few times, adjusted the suspension to what is a good ride height. Not too low, because I want to be able to drive it around without fucking bottoming out everywhere. As far as the car leaning to the side, before it was leaning to the near side front, or the near side front was lower than the offside front. There's nothing untoward underneath the vehicle to say why it's been doing that. Everything seemed okay, which is really weird. Nothing seems twisted, nothing seems like warm. It's sitting level now, so I mean, it's gonna be one of those ones I'm gonna have to just drive it down the road and see how it goes and get back to you on that one. Suspension, the gearbox and everything like that, we're done. Oil change, done. So now it's time for mapping. And Ben, we are putting a LITTCO map on this, right? Stage one.
Yeah, just a little stage one.
Stage one. We haven't got any supporting hardware or anything like that, so we're not expecting the world. And I was actually quite surprised to hear that they don't gain a lot off a stage one, right?
Not really. No, it's 20 horsepower.
Really?
20 to 30. You do gain quite a lot of torque. So you make. Obviously, I'll show you on the grass, but you don't make a lot at the top.
Okay.
But you change the shape of the grass.
Okay.
So you end up with sort of like a bit
of mid-range or
rather than a sort of.
Okay. Fair play.
Yeah,
Fair play.
it will feel a lot different, but the horsepower
Won't go up much. Fair play. Cool. Well, whilst he's doing that, yeah, as I say before, guys who watched the other video when I came down to Devil Developments for the Dyno Day will know that when I had this on the dyno stock, it actually made literally 199 point something brake horsepower, so 200 brake horsepower basically. And these ST180s do actually make 200 brake horsepower. It's like an overboost feature in 4th, 5th and 6th, and we dyno it I think in 4th gear anyway, so these do actually make 200 brake horsepower stock. So after what Ben said, we're probably looking about 220, 230, not too bad, you know, it's a standard car, but it's a little bit of something, like, you know what I mean? A little bit more than we got. So yeah, get on with it and then get on the dyno and see how she goes. So it's that time, guys. We got it on the dyno finally. Everything seems to be running good. The gearbox seems good and all that. So yeah, it's dyno time. Going 600 brake. No, 220 should be good. Yeah, let's see how it goes, man. Let's get it. Stage 1 power. 227 brake horsepower. We weren't expecting huge gains. We got the about 27 brake horsepower difference, like, so yeah, can't complain. Stage 1, no hardware. Yeah, but there you go, there she is now. Stage 1, gearbox is in it, upgraded clutch, lowered on Bilstein, oil and filter change. Ben has been a busy man. Non-stop all day, as you can see, it's dark outside. Yeah, so there you go, 227 brake. What can I say? So guys, that is a wrap. We have finally finished. Ben has been mad busy all day, literally he's been flat out. He's done a gearbox and a clutch, he's done the Bilstein suspension, he's done an oil and filter change, and also he's remapped the car and had it on a dyno. So a massive shout out to Ben and Devil Developments and LITTCO. Like, you know, these guys always work their magic. And yeah, we've got the car to a decent stage now, and obviously I'm gonna do another video kind of reporting back how everything feels now after today, and just let you guys know, you know what I mean, the differences. And I would have loved to put a diff in it. I know people are probably screaming at the screen right now like, why didn't you put a diff in it whilst you had the gearbox out? But guys, a diff is like 900 odd pound, and if I had the money there to put into that, I 100% would have done it. But you know what I mean, I'd love to just get it on track perhaps first and then go from there, see how it handles it. I know these cars really do well with a diff, but you know, it'll be good for me to take it out on track first and just, you know, just see how things go. So once again, Bilstein coilovers. We've also got a gearbox on it, uprated clutch, or shall we say a slightly better clutch, the ST200 clutch, oil and filter change at a stage 1. So yeah, I can't complain. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed today. If you have enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Make sure you go back and check some other content out too, because I know you'll like that, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.